3 and you guys are trying to take the lead?
Well, they were just playing. They were just fighting. They would just move the ball, and just pay the threes. Them threes hit us a little bit, but we did our best, I believe. Like, we were just trying to stop that, and it was just going in. We're going to be ready for back in the ACC and our league, so next Tuesday.
Oscar, Cal said multiple times in his post-game presser with us that a lot of times when Kansas was going to block you off, they were turning and facing you and putting their arms kind of up at you. How often did that happen, opposed to turning around and blocking you out?
It happened a lot, but I don't know about that. Foul, not a foul, because I don't know many things. I just fight through that. I have nothing I can do. They were facing, just back you up. When somebody's facing you, trying to go, they just back you up. You can't do nothing with that. That's why it's good for some of my teammates to just keep fighting to go fight for the ball. We got 2 offensive rebounds. That is tough one.
Compared to the earlier season non-conference big matchups you guys had, where do you feel like the team is now?
I feel really good. I'll probably say 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, months. With a team like this, we're probably going to lose a lot of points because we were not really defending like we are defending right now. We are really playing good. We're playing good. We just got to stay locked in. We got to take up those threes. We got to know everything.
I guess what were your thoughts on that crowd and playing in that environment tonight? And I guess it had some disappointment that you guys weren't able to get the fans to win.
Well, I just want to say thank to all of our fans because today was a tough one. It was big boy fight. We just come in, we were fighting. They came out from losing 3 games in a row. They come in to die, like to win this game. For us too, we were fighting. It was just a tough one, but I just want to say thank you to our fans. We're going to keep fighting.
Jacob said that this team is still together, they're still fighting. Mm-hmm. You feel like even though you just came off a tough loss, that morale's still where it needs to be?
Absolutely. The team it is where it's supposed to be. Today was tough. I cannot say anything. I give credit to all my teammates. We fight. We just gotta get back again together and move on. We cannot get anything from this game. We just lose. Now we just learn from that. Watch your film and go with to beat the whoever we play with.
What can you do to, all of you, the pick and roll, the lob dunk. Tennessee went into you guys a lot, so did A&M. What were they doing to get these wide open dunks?
It's something we gotta watch your film a lot and we gotta go through it and we're gonna figure it out. We got the best coaches, they know what they're doing. We just gotta make sure we don't let that keep happening. It's hurting us a little bit.
Oscar, how comfortable do you feel defending the pick and roll? What do you feel like you've got?
I feel not comfortable. Because sometimes it's just so tough. When they drive, they just kick it out. We gotta learn how to recover. So to recover back quick and just not let all those easy buckets happening. But I feel comfortable.
Jacob, you guys have been rolling the last 4 games. A tough game tonight, a top 10 opponent. You guys get it within 1 and still come up short. How do you just get the team back going into Tuesday night to make sure everybody's still where they were a couple games ago?
We're good. Yeah, we took a tough loss. We made a few mistakes down the stretch that cost us the game, but we're still together. We're not going to separate now. We've been through worse. You guys know it. So we're just going to come back tomorrow, watch film, see what we could get better at, and just get ready for our next game.
2 of the last 4 games, you and Oscar both came away with double-doubles. You guys struggled a little bit on the rebounding end of the ball tonight, and that's just not something that's happened this year. What was going on that caused that?
I didn't rebound the ball. I was in fighting in the first half. Second half, I got, I think, 4 rebounds, but that wasn't enough. I got to go for more rebounds.
What do you think? Was it just them hitting timely, big shots? Was that really what it just came down to, in your opinion?
I mean, yeah, when we messed up, they made big shots. Props to them. We got to be better down the stretch, executing, not just offensively, but defensively, and knowing our assignments. When we messed up, they just made big shots, so good for them.
I guess, how do you feel you guys adjusted to the physicality of this game? There's a lot of battling down low. Just how do you feel like you guys played in that type of game?
I mean, I feel like we were physical, but we weren't physical enough. Like I said, I didn't rebound the ball. I think they beat us on the rebounds too, so that was the it factor. Every other game that we've won, we've dominated on the boards, and we didn't do that today.
How do you feel like Chris? You're working with Chris down there, down low, obviously with Oscar. Do you feel like he's starting to figure that role out even more?
Yeah, definitely. He's still young. He has a lot of time left to figure things out. But as time goes on, as he's improving in areas, like he just needs to understand what he's doing, and that just comes with time.
Jacob, in your time here, where did this crowd kind of rank among them, and how tough was it just not to finish this off for them?
Yeah, props to BBN. The fans came out and showed out. They were loud. We heard them. We thank the fans for coming and supporting. We couldn't get a W for them, so that sucks. But it was definitely a great atmosphere tonight.
Jacob, you were tagged.
You guys make it stand a little bit. Make a basket, make it. You never could get that run in the second half.
Oh yeah, it's definitely tough. You know, them making threes like that is really hard to beat a team. We just have to figure out next time, you know, how we guard, you know, those type of things. And you know, us making two and they making three is always troubling. So, you know, just figuring out what we have to do next time.
Mine was a loss, so it's disappointing. But you've been playing your best basketball this season here the last few weeks. What's giving you that confidence? You used to be a spot-up shooter kind of role at the beginning of the season. Now we see you running to the basket, making runners, floaters. What's giving you that confidence?
Me knowing that I was always, you know, off the dribble. You know, I could definitely put on the floor and gain rhythm just by putting on the floor. You know, my game was you know, those type of things. And, you know, just being more comfortable in those things just gave me a boost, you know. And you know, not just being a spot-up shooter, but just, you know, making plays for others and, you know, just create my shot.
I know the last few weeks with CJ being on the floor with you, how much easier does that make your job? There's not one concentrated effort on just you or CJ.
Oh, it's definitely made my job easier. Knowing he, you know, on the other side, it just opens up the floor for both of us. And, you know, us being knockdown shooters, you know, it's hard to guard too when it's out on the floor. So, you know, those type of things is always, you know, troubling for teams when they have to guard us.
Antonio, how do you walk away from this one? Discouraged, or maybe, hey, you're a lot closer than you guys were maybe a month ago?
How do I feel about it right now?
Yeah.
You know, everybody lose. I mean, it's you know, you be mad for a minute, but you just have to get over it. You know, all of us probably, you know, is mad that we lost, but you know, it's always, you know, that next day, always that ends game. So we just have to figure it out and, you know, be ready to go next time.
Despite the loss, it was probably one of the better crowds in Rupp you've had this season. Do you have anything to say about it?
Oh man, energy was amazing in Rupp today. You know, they came out, showed out, and you know, we competed for them, and that's how, you know, they won it. And you know, it's just us, you know, figuring out next time how we can get this dub in Rupp.
On Monday, Cal talked about how you kind of went through a tough spurt, kind of like Jacob earlier in the season. Obviously, we didn't hear you talk about it or anything like that. Who helped you get through that time, and what do you rely on now not to get back into that kind of position?
I say talk to one of the doctors, the therapeutic doctors, just mental doctors that really helped me. You know, he got me through the tough time. Just talking to him, he eased my mind a little bit. Teammates, you know, knowing what I could do. They already knew what type of game I had. So, you know, just hyped me up, and, you know, just playing your game out there is really, you know, what it was. And that's what definitely helped me.